My friends, this is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine and the most caring doctor in medicine. After more than 30 years at high level in medicine and surgery, Dr. B wants to remind all of you, I beg you to never ever forget that Dr. B genuinely loves you and Dr. B genuinely cares about you, and I swear to God, I say this from the bottom of my heart. And also never forget that Dr. B is not on YouTube for the money, the fame, or the glory. I don't need any of that. I really don't need any of that. I am here for you to bring you medicine in an easy way, so that you can understand medicine and together we can age gracefully and reach the age of 100 and die healthy in our bed, in our sleep at the age of 100, God willing. Today I want to talk to you about how microplastics, what is the mechanism by which microplastics, these nasty microplastics, damage your organs. Right now, just a few days from Christmas 2025 and from the new year 2026, just yesterday I read again an article, a publication, a study in the journal of the American Medical Association, the JAMA, Journal of the American Medical Association. Dr. B receives eight journals at high level, scientific journals in medicine and surgery in my mailbox every month, and I keep my knowledge updated and I upgrade my knowledge in medicine, surgery, biology, biochemistry, pharmacology, everything constantly so that I can be on the top of my game and teach you medicine and surgery in an easy way so that we can age gracefully together. Another study in the Journal of the American Medical Association confirmed the huge damage that microplastics can cause to your organs. They cause heart failure, kidney failure, liver failure. They increase your risk of cancer, your risk of dementia over a long time. Now, I want to tell you in an easy way so that you understand how is it that tiny little microscopic bits of plastic that you get in your food, in your water, because everything now, all these containers where you store your food, in your refrigerator, all these containers where they store our food, our drinks that you buy, right? Most of it is plastic. They are saving money by not using glass container, right? What is the mechanism by which this tiny microplastic that detach from these plastic containers and enter the food and the drinks that you eat and you drink, how do they cause damage to your organs? You have to understand that every organ, whether it's your brain, your heart, your kidneys, your liver, is supplied by 1 or 2 or 3 arteries that brings blood rich in food and oxygen, right? So let's suppose my fist is one of your 2 kidneys. We have 2 kidneys, one on the right or one on your left, right? Let's suppose this fist is your kidney. There is an artery, a pipe. You see the pipe? Do you see it? This pipe, right? That we call the renal artery that brings blood to your kidney. So the renal artery enters the kidney. You see the artery taking blood to your kidney, right? Once the artery enters the organ, here the kidney, but it's the same for the brain, the heart, but some organs like the heart have more than 1 artery, right? Or the brain have more than 1 artery. But let's make it simple like the kidney. The kidney has usually 95% of people only 1 renal artery. It brings blood rich in food and oxygen to feed this kidney. It needs food, it needs oxygen to perform its function of filtering your blood, right? I don't want to go into the detail. Like the branches of a tree, this renal artery is going to divide like the trunk. Imagine this artery, this renal artery that brings blood, food, and oxygen to your kidney. This is the trunk of the tree. It's going to divide into branches, and the branches become more branches. And at the very, very end, you have tiny little branches, right? These tiny little branches that give these leaves on the tree. But in the organ, these tiny little branches that are tiny little blood vessels, right? Millions of them coming from endless division of this major renal artery, dividing into millions and millions and millions of branches, one smaller than the other one, right? You get the point. At the end, at the top of the tree, we have dozens, hundreds of millions of tiny little blood vessels that we call capillaries. Capillaries. These are the smallest of the blood vessels. And every organ is the same, whether it's the brain, the heart, your skin. Remember, your skin is the largest vessel, largest organ of your body. Whether it's your kidney, your liver, your heart, your intestine, your penis, your brain, your heart, every organ has different arteries or one, and branches into billions, millions of what we call tiny arteries, tiny blood vessels that we call capillaries. The very end of the tree, these tiny little branches, these capillaries, the smallest of all blood vessels in our body, they are only 3 to 10 micron. So you see this renal artery, do you see the lumen, this inside the lumen that brings food and oxygen, the blood, right? Do you see the lumen? Imagine the capillaries, only 3 to 10 micron, right? Remember that an average hair, right? An average hair is about 18 to 180 micron, right? 118 to 180. So the thickest hair you have in your body, which is usually the hair on your scalp, is around 180 micron. 180 micron. The thinnest hair you have in your body, which is usually this kind of hair, you see, that we have, is about 18 to 20 micron. So these capillaries that are the end of all these arteries that bring food and oxygen to any organ, these capillaries are only 3 to 10 microns. So they are even smaller than these tiny little hairs that you see on my arm and my hand. Isn't that crazy? It is crazy to tell you how tiny these blood vessels are that distribute, like the branches of a tree, food and oxygen to your organ. Right here, the kidney, right? Inside this kidney, millions, hundreds of millions of tiny capillaries that are 3 to 10 microns, only smaller than these little hairs on my arms and on my hand. Isn't that crazy? Right? So it's easy now for you to understand that when you put your food, your drink, your beverages into plastic containers, or when you buy them from plastic containers that are in the shelves of your store, right? Over time, this plastic degrades and it gives off tiny little particles of plastic, microplastics that contaminate the food and the beverage that is being stored in that plastic container. And of course, you're going to drink it. Over time, all these millions and billions of microplastics that you swallow with your drink, beverages, and with your food, they're going to plug these tiny capillaries that are themselves microscopic, 3 to 10 microns. So these microplastics are going to plug like a plug. They're going to obstruct like the hair or the stuff that you have, the gooey that you have, that you throw in your kitchen sink or in your bathroom or in your shower drain, right? So it's going to plug it. So all these millions and billions of capillaries are going to, over time, one after the other, get plugged by these microplastics, right? These microplastics that you've been drinking or eating for the last many years, right? You see, imagine this is a microplastic, right? And imagine this is a capillaries, a tiny microscopic capillary. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand that over time, these millions of capillaries are going to get plugged by these little microplastics. So when over time, one after the other, you plug more and more and more and more of these capillaries that are feeding your kidney, your brain, your heart, your liver, your intestine, your liver, and every other organ, it is easy to understand that you're going to cause damage. A lower amount of oxygen is going to reach your brain, your heart, and each time lower amount of oxygen is delivered to a certain area of your organ, that area dies. It undergoes necrosis. So all slowly over time, all these cells in your brain are going to die because of lack of oxygen and nutrients, because the capillaries are getting plugged, mechanically plugged by these microplastic. Same thing. So you're going to develop dementia, memory loss, and everything. For your heart, you're going to develop heart failure. For your kidney, you're going to develop kidney failure. For your liver, you're going to develop liver failure, and so on and so forth. I made it a little bit easy to understand. There's other mechanisms by which microplastics can cause damage to your bodies. Especially microplastics have been proven to induce chronic inflammation in your body. By itself, chronic inflammation can also increase your risk of dementia, heart failure, kidney failure, liver failure, your risk of cancer. Now, how do microplastics cause chronic inflammation? That is too complicated. We have to go into the microbiology. We don't need to do that. But if you could understand that microplastic are basically mechanically going to plug, they're going to plug like the shower, like your sink that is plugged. These billions of capillaries that are themselves microscopic, 3 to 10 microns, you understand how these microplastic cause damage. Therefore, you need to do like Dr. B. You need to use plastic container only to store anything that is not food. Your nails, your tools, every other freaking stuff, right? I don't store any food in freaking plastic stuff, right? As soon as I buy it from the store, I change the container. Every container that I have in my kitchen where I store food is a glass container. You need to buy a few glass containers so that you transfer the food that you buy to glass container, and then you store them in your kitchen cabinets or in your refrigerator. Or if they are in plastic containers, make sure you consume them quickly and make sure you don't store them for the long extended period of time, because slowly over time the container is going to leak microplastic into that beverage and into that food. I love you guys. Dr. B graduated from medical school more than 30 years ago. I took the Hippocratic Oath and I promised I will always put your benefit above mine. My benefit will be always below you. I promised also that I will always love you the same, regardless of your political affiliation, gender, sexual orientation, color of your skin, whether you're a man or woman or you claim to be anything in between. I don't give a cat, so I love you. Whether you're asexual, bisexual, transsexual, gay, LGBT, polysexual, any sexual, I don't give a cat, so I love you. Help me, guys, to grow this channel so that I can reach more people with my knowledge, my skills. before we die at the age of 100, healthy in our sleep, in our bed. I'm not here for the money, the fame, the glory. I've been in medicine and surgery for more than 30 years. I have more money in the bank that I need. I could retire tomorrow, but I'm never going to retire because medicine is my wife. Medicine is my love. I'm married to medicine. I'm going to keep doing medicine until I die at the age of 100, healthy in my bed, in my sleep. In addition, I work Monday, believe it or not, Monday to Saturday included, 8 to 10 hours a day. My only rest day is Sunday, and I don't do it for the money. It's because I love medicine, and more money comes every month. I put it in the bank. I don't know what to do with it because I have no wife, no kids, no ex-wife, no cats, no dogs to feed, and I'm not going to retire, so I don't have to worry about feeding anybody. And I got rid of my ex-girlfriend, gorgeous, young, beautiful ex-girlfriend. I got rid of them 4 years ago because as my testosterone dropped, I realized that all the great sex that I used to get, I don't need that anymore. I used to have a lot of sex with this gorgeous lady, and I used to put up with the headache, the hassle, and the thousands of dollars that I used to spend on and maintain these ladies. I didn't care much about the money, but my God, the time you have to spend, my God, it's just not worth it when you put the benefits, which is the sex and the companionship, which I don't need much anymore because I'm getting older. My testosterone has dropped from 1,000 to about 500. The last time I checked my testosterone, I was about 500. Thank God I feel so much better now with lower testosterone. So it's just not worth the headache they gave me is not worth it anymore. So I got rid of them. So I don't have no expenses. I live like my dad with frugality, simplicity. I live in this 1-bedroom apartment, gorgeous, beautiful, pristine, beautiful apartment, 1 bedroom, nice balcony, kitchen, bathroom, everything. We have a beautiful, beautiful swimming pool, gym over there, beautiful garden in my condominium, right? I could wire the money from the bank and buy cash, a villa with a swimming pool, but I'm going to give a cazzo. I don't give a cazzo about a freaking villa with a swimming pool. What the cazzo am I going to do with a villa? I'm single. I'm happy with my life. And I drive this Honda Accord, 10-year-old. It's beautiful. It's clean. I maintained it. It runs great on gas. I don't have to worry they're going to steal it or scratch it, but it looks brand new. I have my CD player. I love my CD players. New cars, they don't give you a freaking CD player anymore, right? I could wire cash $500,000 from the bank to that dealership, Lamborghini dealership in the beautiful 10 minutes south of Mountain View. There's this beautiful city of Los Gatos, California. Beautiful but expensive, just like Mountain View. There's this gorgeous Lamborghini dealership. I could buy cash. The Lamborghini, put it over there. What the cazzo am I going to do with a Lamborghini? I don't give a cazzo about a Lamborghini. I don't show off with my car or with my freaking villa. I show off with my brain. I show off with my knowledge, my skills in surgery, my skills in medical imaging. Right? This is how I show off, guys. Right? And my patients love me. I'm not here for the glory either because I'm glorious to my patients. They love me more than their own kids. They put a crown on my head. They love me more than the family members. Help me, guys, to grow this channel. My mission on YouTube. The reason why I opened my channel is to be a counterweight, a counterbalance to these millions of channels run by medical quacks, medical charlatans, I call them, who are posting medical misinformation and disinformation and BS. And I hate it so much. My God, they are not only, shame on them, they are not only medical charlatans, but my God, they are so ugly. I mean, at least if you want to be a quack, if you want to be a scammer, I mean, be a decent looking scammers. I mean, my God, they are so ugly. One of them, this bald guy, I don't know if he's a real doctor. My God, he's so freaking ugly, man. And then he puts these freaking crazy videos that he puts there. I mean, it's unbelievable, but surprisingly, the guy gets millions of views, millions of subscribers. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but that's how it is. I love you guys. Help me, guys, so that I can reach more people before I die, God willing, at the age of 100, healthy in my bed and in my sleep, together, hopefully. God bless you guys and help you to stay always healthy and successful, and also hopefully healthy with the help of Dr. B. Kopkun Makmak, Kopkun Nakrap, Sawadee Krap. Put your comments, your question, any catcher you want to ask down there. I'm also open to criticism, unlike my ex, gorgeous, young, beautiful ex-girlfriends. I am open to criticism. I'm not going to get mad at you if you criticize me, because I'm going to get it constructively so that I can improve myself and this channel and reach more people. God bless you guys and help you always to stay healthy and successful. And I hope to talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.